today was that bittersweet, exciting, but sometimes dreaded day where you have to say goodbye to all your little friends that you made this year. And today we did that. And every teacher says this, but I had the best class in the world this year. I love my little ones. They were great. We had so much fun. We shared laughter and tears and all kinds of stuff. Today we had a couple criers. One of them was almost me. I just wasn't ready to say goodbye to this group. They're an awesome bunch. I love this class. Love this class. One of the things that I've always loved about this day are seeing the cards that the kids make for me and bring in as an end of the year gift. And it's always cute to get little stuff like this, like the thanks a latte. And then my kids know I'm obsessed with Dunkin' Donuts. That was a great card to get. Some kids make their own little cards, and he was so proud of this. How fun is that? He was so excited that he colored the whole thing. And they know teachers. Dollar Tree gift card. This card almost made me cry. You made the school year wonderful with everything you did. You're one special person, and I'm a lucky kid. And look at her writing in there. How cute is that? And a sweet gift card to her family's owned restaurant, which is amazing. This was a fun one too. Some people spread sunshine around them wherever they go. You're one of those special people. Look at her little drawings. Like, this is what makes our job so fun. Like, getting, it's not about the gifts. Again, Dunkin' Donuts. I love that stuff, and I'm super thankful for that stuff. But these little drawings where kids just write how much fun they had in here. I love that stuff. Which is bigger, a zillion, a bajillion, or a gazillion? Whichever one it is, thanks that much. And this just opened in our town, so thank you, Erica. Amazing. Even better, with that gift and that card, my little friend recreated 2 of my characters from my book Play, and she drew these out and gave this to me. So I told her I would frame it, so there you go, Stella. If Erica, you're watching this show, Stella, I did frame her picture, and it's gonna go up on my wall in my classroom. Those were fun things to open, and then today I got to open this mug, because they know I'm a coffee addict. This little sign that somebody brought me. You're my favorite teacher ever. I got my Seuss sign from a student. Love this, had to remember this today, big time. And then sometimes you get parents who understand or get how tough it really is to be a teacher sometimes. And I had a mom bring me this today. I'm not a huge drinker. I'll get together with friends. I've never had this stuff. Black spiced rum and these fancy little glasses. So thank you, Heather. So I mentioned getting fun cards. And again, sometimes just getting the cards from kids is what matters. Like, we don't need gifts. We don't expect gifts. We don't expect any of this. I don't expect any of this. I know other teachers don't either. But little things like these are fun to get. Like, this is my friend Kellen. He wrote stories that he remembered about kindergarten. Like, when I threw a dodgeball at him, knocked him over. I walked into PE one day and they were playing dodgeball and he threw one at me. So I got him back. His mom and I are friends, so it's okay. Things that he's going to miss most, things that I say. He wrote down all these little things that he loved about kindergarten. I love things like that. And then this little frame that my friend Lila made for me. So this was a date that we had for lunch. She bought a lunch with a teacher, so we had a pizza date together, and I took that picture and sent it to her mom, and she made me this frame. How cool is that? So again, I don't expect any of this stuff, and I don't think any teacher does. This is just another perk. Like I said, it's not about the gifts. The gifts are amazing, so thank you, parents. It's about these little things, these cards, and just these words of appreciation that make this worthwhile. Like, obviously, being here with the kids, we just do it because we do it. It's because it's what we love. But getting things like this makes it all worthwhile when you see how much it's impacting the parents and not just the kids. So thank you, parents and students, from the bottom of my heart. I am very appreciative of the gifts. I am going to enjoy them all. Thank you so much. So now that the kids are gone, actually they've been gone a while. It's almost 5 o'clock and I've been working. You can see around me, this place is now even messier than it usually is, because now comes the not so fun part of putting everything away. But as I'm putting things away, I'm noticing some things that I wanted to jot down and let you all know. Things that I found this year that I'm super glad I bought or found, or ideas that I used that I think would be awesome to share with all of you for you to use next year in your classrooms. Now, this one I didn't buy, but this one actually came from an idea of students of mine. And my daughter actually does this at home all the time. So at home, you probably have laying around a bunch of little notebooks. You know, kids get them from parties. You can buy them at the dollar store. You can get them wherever you can. Just tiny, even little ones like this that you get at Christmas time. And my kids took it upon themselves after my daughter did this, and I showed them how easy it is to write their own stories. So this summer, instead of throwing away all these little notebooks that you get at birthday parties or go to the store and buy them, whatever you can, my kids took it upon themselves to turn these into books. So like this one was a butterfly notebook that she had. And she turned into a story about a butterfly, and she drew pictures and wrote words in there. Okay, this one was a little Christmas book, so they turned into a little Christmas story about cats. This is a great thing that you don't really have to buy, but you can collect. If parents are getting rid of stuff, or you just go buy cheap ones, or your kids get them at birthday parties, and you have tons of them, these little things left over from holidays, start saving those as things you can use to throw in your writing center, and then they can use these to write their own little stories. Another really easy and somewhat cheap thing to get, and I use these for my math and reading tubs. So yesterday I put a thing out on Facebook asking for help for book tubs. I used to use these, and these tubs come from IKEA. They were like $1.99 a piece, or maybe 99 cents. They're pretty cheap, but they are great tubs. If you want to store books in them, they fit good on shelves. They hold a lot. You can put labels on here. I switched that this year though and started using these as my math and reading tubs. So my math and reading tubs are full of literacy and math stations. A lot of stuff I get from Greg from the Kindergarten Smorgasbord. And I know he has tubs that he uses as well. I like using these because I had them, number one. And number two, because they fit really well on my shelves. So that's a great thing. If you're looking for some sturdy tubs, these are pretty cheap. They have different colors. I got red and blue. I think now they have greens and yellows at IKEA. Fairly cheap tubs if you need some sturdy tubs to pick up for your classroom next year. Another thing that I'm changing out for next year, I'm doing a lot of reorganizing, a lot of different things. You know that I've posted pictures of posters around my classroom. Like I usually did posters, I used to do posters like that, and I buy the big chart paper. Well, I didn't like that for two reasons. Chart paper can get expensive depending on where you buy it. You have to have a place to store that giant chart or hang it during the year. So if it's not hanging, it has to lay flat somewhere, otherwise the pages get all bent up. So I started doing something different this year. When I ran out of chart paper, I started just using rolled paper, and it's just paper like this. So these rolls of art paper, it's meant for easels. I think this was one that came with my easel. It's actually Melissa and Doug brand. It's a nice bright white. But this is what I used when I did these posters. The posters that you, the picture right there that I put up about Hawaii and bugs and things like that. And what I do is I just lay it across my big easel that we use every day as writing. I roll it down, and I use these little magnets to hold on there, and we write right there. So number one, it's cheaper than buying big charts. It's a heck of a lot easier to store. It's bright, clean paper, and if you don't need lines for things, then this is the way to go rather than buying the big chart paper. Pick yourself up some cheap rolls of easel paper, and I think you'll find it a lot better. And this is more for the students than it is you, but for comfort. If you have big rugs in your room, like this, I know a lot of you use those rugs for seating in different areas. Consider this summer picking up some rubber squares. Now I have colored ones that look like this down there because I used to sit on those. That's what the kids used to sit on, these squares like this. You don't have to get colored ones. You can buy black ones at places where they sell gym equipment and things like that, or I think Walmart big box stores even have these things. But those rubber mats I used to use as assigned seating. So they'd all have their individual colored square that they sat in for the day. When I went to complete flexible seating back here on the rug, I left those there underneath these rugs because we know these rugs are beautiful, they're great, they are comfortable. These rugs cost a lot of money. So to make them even more comfortable, I left those mats underneath there. So now this is super comfy. It's very cushy. If they drop blocks on here, it doesn't make a big loud noise. If they fall on this when they're dancing or singing, it doesn't hurt. It's very, very comfortable. It's cushiony just to stand on. So if you have a rug in your classroom and you have tile underneath that rug, get yourself some of those rubber squares. Make it the same dimensions as your rug somehow. If you have a circle rug, those are easy to cut, and then it makes a very soft landing underneath the rugs in your classroom. All right, guys, as you can see behind me and all around this room, I've got a lot of work to do. Trisha's working in her classroom down the hall, and she's gonna kill me if she knows that I'm just standing here doing this. So when she watches this, yeah. Anyway, I gotta get back to work. I gotta get this done. It's not getting done tonight. It'll get done over the next few days. There's a lot of organizing that I wanna do. Like I said, I like to organize before August. I wanna do it now so that August is just putting my room back together. I'm gonna run to Walmart and pick up those tubs that my friend Kaisley commented on Facebook. So thank you to all of you who commented about book tubs to use. I am gonna pick up those ones with lids though, I think, so they're easy to store. So I've got that to do. I've got this place to clean and organize. And yeah, I should get back to work. So I'm gonna do a vlog tomorrow or the next day, depending on when I get time. But this is it. Today was the last day of school. Again, super hard, super sad to say goodbye to this class. But it was a fun year, and it was a great year. And I hope that you can use those little tips as some way to purchase some things over the summer. If nothing else, share them with other teachers. And there you go. I'll see you soon.